Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. So I'm Dorian Wilson from Console Connect, and we're a global connectivity partner of Vultr. And so today we'll be talking about Edge AI and real-time processing and talking a little bit through an actual customer experience that we had together with setting it up and putting it in place for a customer. And we're going to be looking at a few use cases. So why actually a connectivity provider partnering with Vultr on the whole topic around Edge AI? It's really because it comes into answering a few of the major topics that come in play when looking at Edge AI. Companies are looking at this, planning to adopt the technology, planning to put it in place for their IoT fleets, for their different types of use cases. However, there always comes three main limitations and challenges. First of all, around security. Right? The fact that the devices are actually vulnerable to tampering, to interception, and to data leakages due to just simply how networks are built and the fact that data is going over the public internet does it that it creates a big vulnerability to companies. So companies that want to go into this direction end up sometimes actually deciding not to or limiting their adoption due to that. Same with network. The fact that they're very often isolated in certain locations, having bad access to internet or to different mobile providers, or even now we've been talking so much about Starlink, right? Thinking about the way we get access to the different fleets and IoT devices, even through satellite, sometimes comes as a challenge, and network is unreliable. And finally, looking at data management, we actually see that even though the data is extremely valuable and the way that we want to use data in our Edge AI use cases, especially when looking at inference, etc., well, we actually realize that it starts getting complicated to scale due to the limitations that come with the security and the network aspects. So here what we come together with Vultr is actually bringing you a solution around the question of actually imagine if you could completely bypass the public internet and build a private connection between all of your IoT devices and bring the data back into Vultr without it ever touching the public internet. We do that by leveraging Vultr's GPUs and different cloud solutions, as well as combined with our MPLS global network, as well as IoT SIM card deployment. What that allows is to deploy a SIM in a specific location, in a device, in any location across the world, and be able to get the data to flow directly from the device to Vultr without touching the public internet. That means that, first of all, we reduce the attack surface, meaning that due to the fact that the data doesn't touch the public internet, you're completely isolated, making it that teams that are security teams that are looking to upgrade and to improve, they're completely, let's say their work is eased thanks to the fact that their data is not touching the public internet. Same, reliable network. We're talking about multi-operator devices. We're working across multiple different types of IMSIs, if you know, in the IoT space. So we're talking about SIM cards and different gateways across the globe that are getting access to multiple different types of operators, which means that you can actually plan ahead on the connectivity and you can plan on how the latency is going to be. Ultra low latency due to the fact that it's a private, uncontended network between the SIM card all the way to the cloud. And finally, we're talking about also trusted data paths due to the fact that we're able to then make sure that the data is flowing in a private, direct manner. We know how the latency and the performance is going to be, and we know the path that it's going to take, meaning that when we're starting to fine-tune, improve, and work deeper with our different AI solutions and AI models, we're able to plan this and scale with it for higher quality. So taking a little demo and real-time experience that we did with Vultr, together also with a third partner, Gravio, that's hosted in Vultr. We wanted to build an app that allows you to take a picture of any type of situation, run a prompt on it, and then for the application to bring back a response on what does it see, what does it give you. Now, of course, this is very basic kind of solution. You could first of all be thinking about, for instance, a camera in an event location like this for CCTV, being able to bring back different information from what the camera actually sees. So we were able to build this, making it that we're able to deploy our SIM card in any different location, and having our application run on private IPs, and so on a private network, from the application all the way back into Vultr and back and forth. Training the model, but also doing the whole inference flow. So let's look at some use cases of why this could be beneficial. Anomaly detection from security cameras, going from the device all the way to Vultr. But we're also talking about IoT sensors in agricultural and manufacturing spaces. Those are areas where you get an edge by actually how you use your data. And on top of that, it's very secure and sensitive data that you're using. The more you gather it, the better you can optimize and have your AI models train your edge AI in those different environments. Same with factories, but also with fraud detection. We have ATMs. We have a company with who we were a large bank, in which we deployed our SIM cards in thousands of different ATMs, enabling for secure and reliable connectivity from those ATMs back into their cloud environment. And that guaranteeing not only the security, but also the fact that we have zero downtime and can offer SLAs on the availability of those ATMs. How does it work? Very simply made. We have, first of all, SIM cards that we deploy on demand in any location. Those are installed in the different devices. Once the device is active, it lands on a private IP, goes into our mobile network. We have gateways all across the globe that allow to pick up those 4G, 5G, the data off of those different networks onto those 4G, 5G gateways, back into our global MPLS network. Once it hits our MPLS network, it's then routed directly through private connectivity into the cloud, in which then it's hitting the Gravio and the Vultr servers, and then back. All of this is on demand, can start from 10, 20 SIMs going up to hundreds of thousands of SIMs, as many operators and companies do today in different factories, industrial environments. Thank you very much.